Good day. What is your role in strategic management? As a manager, supervisors, or worker, all of you are involved in strategic management that all of you should focus in one vision, one direction in order to achieve the corporate goal. Strategic management is an essential component of businesses. And there are three factors that made strategic management relevant. This is the globalization, the emergence of technology, and the Tariff-Free Trade Agreement that we are now in an open market. And strategic management therefore entails evaluating business goals, the organization's vision and mission, as well objectives, as well as the future plans. It is also a process employed to ensure that the business runs effectively and efficiently, and of course competitively, in order to compete in the market, global or domestic market. We need to strategize. Strategic management therefore, we evaluate the business goals, the organization visions and objective, as well as the future plan in order to ensure success and survival. There are three roles of strategic management that will give us the direction. It is the process of employing that objective-oriented approach through the use of three major components. That is the environmental scanning. We have to check the external and internal environment, what is happening outside the organization, and what are we doing within the organization, and what is our current status versus best practice industry. Second is strategy formulation. After formulating, we have to implement. After implementing, we have to evaluate if the new strategy works. Otherwise, we have to go back to analysis and develop new strategy until we succeed or hit the bottom. Our significant roles in the function of organization, as well in a business organization, there are 5 major functions or divisions in the organization. We're focusing on 5 major divisions. These are the HR department or division, finance division, marketing division, operation divisions, and supply chain management. These are the functional area that require strategic management, and these areas are closely linked with strategic management. We can either follow the current system in the organization, or we have to benchmark the best in the industry, what they are doing now and what we are doing now and what they are doing now. Where are we now? Our current level versus best practice and best companies. In strategic management, our role is to take a leadership position. We need to create our own future, our own direction, and this needs our leadership role. Original strategy, creating our own direction and our own structure, and that is your role. Your role, our role is to create our future, our own structure, and our own role. I would like to cite the 7 steps of a strategic planning process. We need to understand why we need to strategize, why we need to follow, why we need the strategic management. As I mentioned, there are 3 factors that made strategic management relevant. This is the globalization, the emergence of technology, and the free trade agreement. We are now competing with global market as well as domestic. So we need to understand the strategic plan. We need to set goals, how to meet our objective, what are the key success factors. We have to develop assumptions or premises. We have to research different ways to achieve objectives. We have to choose and develop action plans as well as contingency plans. Finally, we have to implement the strategic plan. Of course, these are the 7 steps. Otherwise, we have to go back to re-evaluation for another strategy. Examples of strategic management, we mentioned the 5 major functions as in marketing. We have the so-called product development, marketing strategy, human resource strategy or strategic human resource management, or human capital management, as well as financial strategy. These belong to major functional areas: HR, marketing, operations, human resource division, and supply chain. These functional strategies are concerned with developing a distinctive competence to provide a business unit with a competitive advantage. So the major functions should provide competitive advantage to SBU or strategic business unit. Sometimes we call it small business unit. Now we will call it strategic business unit or SBU. There is a chart that we have prepared here. There are 4 phases. First, we have the strategic objective. What is our strategic objectives? Strategic objectives, we're talking of long term. We're not talking of short term. Strategic objectives and analysis. We need to develop and enforce and expose to all employees the vision of the company, the mission and values. And we can use the tools in SWOT analysis, PESTEL analysis, political, environmental, technological, and legal. And we recommend also the Porter model. Second phase is, once we have analyzed and identify our objectives, we have to formulate the strategy, apply the strategy, and finally we have to evaluate and control if the strategy that we develop works effectively. Otherwise, we have to go back to a new strategy, refurbish or develop new strategy. The 5 major functions that we mentioned are the HR manager. These are the individuals concerned to strategic management: HR manager, finance manager, marketing manager, production manager or operation manager, and supply chain manager. These are the 5 major functions in the organization that will give direction to the whole business unit, and this should all, you will see the arrow, they are all focused to the corporate goal or objective. All employees should be focused on one vision, one goal. Thank you very much. Thank you for learning, and please subscribe.